Good evening. This side Rahul Magan here is a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting Group is a multinational headquartered group based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. More importantly, we do have offices in three parts of the globe. Apart from that, we operate our own hedge fund. Now, our hedge fund is proprietary in nature. Now, by proprietary, it means no third party capital can invest it. We only take positions on our own capital. We do not take position on anybody's capital. And like an American hedge fund, we are taking positions in FICC, fixed income, currencies, and commodities. Apart from that, we take position in other asset classes also. Probably in another couple of years, we would be adding more asset classes also. Like I said, our group is 100% profitable, $0 backing by any private equity or a venture capitalist firm. More importantly, no debt from any bank or any financial institution. And apart from that, a huge quantity of the products. Now, if you wish to have any information, you can WhatsApp on my personal number, which is +91 9899 242 978. Alternatively, you can WhatsApp on our back office, which is +91 9818 485 155. You know that Treasury Consulting believes in knowledge. We don't believe in stupidity. And this is one of the reasons why we always make videos which no one wanted to make. And now our law desk is on. We are slowly accumulating videos. Our target is very clear that by June 2022, we would have at least 40-45 very excellent law videos on our YouTube channel, and this journey would continue. I'm a very strong believer of the fact that functional knowledge is always gifted by somebody who is in the sky. You cannot have a functional knowledge until otherwise you have a blessings of the God, and of course because of his blessings you need to work really very hard for that. Like, I'm shooting this video about 5 a.m. Singapore timings, 5 a.m. and by the time I sleep it would be 7 a.m. Singapore timing. The whole Singapore would open and I would go and take some 2-3 hours of rest, then again in action. In majority of the meetings I'm invited, whether this is in India or this is in Singapore, I always stressed the concern of functional competitiveness. I call this functional competitiveness, which means that you should be functionally competent. Since you would be functionally competent, it would help you to see the complete picture. Example, let me take a simplistic example of two birds made by the Lord. One is the sparrow and one is the eagle. Sparrow flies hardly 300-400 feet AGL. AGL means above ground level. And sparrow will not be able to see the holistic picture of the earth. While hawk, eagle, he flies around 30,000 feet. In Discovery Channel and many other channels, sometimes it is mentioned that hawk flies higher than that. And it is also mentioned that hawk is having a God-gifted capability that he can even fly for many days. Rather, the God have gifted blessings that they can fly for many days, and they can even have, their I would say their eyes on a very smallest objects. And once they feel that the object is in the radar, they came down from 30,000 feet to the ground in a span of less than 1 to 2 minutes, and the object never get to know. So in our life is also like that. Our life is not indifferent from this example. Either we can be sparrow or we can be hawk. 99.99% of the globe decided to be sparrow, but they always speak like a hawk, and hardly 0.01% people of the globe, they think like a hawk and act like a hawk. This is the reason, like, if you ever heard that in the central banks, like whether this is the the fraud central bank like Federal Reserve, whether this is Indian central bank, whether this is other central bank, there are hardly any hawkish people. There are more dovish people. Now hawkish people are those people, those who go against the stream, and dovish people are those people, let it be. In Hindi we call it chalta hai attitude. Now similar is the scenario. We have the legal fraternity worldwide, and of course India is definitely not an exception. Legal people are very good people if, but, has been, have been, if been, not been, in all these words. But the functional capability of the legal people are always under scrutiny. They know section 2 subsection B subsection C. Guys, functional competitiveness, that's more example. Today I would like to highlight this again. And when I'm saying highlight, it is not about India, it is about worldwide. Because today I'm highlighting a major issue in the arbitration clauses, which is called third party funding, also known as litigation funding. So first I give you the theoretical definition. Example. In a world, we see Burj Khalifa, we see big dams created by big countries, big green solar power plants, space center in the space. Now there are talks that Amazon is also entering into a space center. God knows what is something they're going to left with, to be honest. And these all are projects, very large projects, Huge amount of capital is required. Huge amount of expertise is required. And uncertainty is always here. There is hardly any doubt that, like, if you are creating let me take a simplistic example of 3 George. I don't know whether you heard about 3 George or not. 3 George is the largest hydropower project by China. Although it is very old now, but when 3 George was done, the whole world was on the toes. How come China did it without any external help, neither in terms of money nor in terms of human power? But they did it. Now, what happens when you do such huge projects? When definitely there are many people involved, many opinions involved, many ways of moving, of course, uncertainty and act of God. God knows. Example, you are making a very big hydropower project. Act of God is always here. No one can stop that. A big quake and a complete project is shamble. Maybe you are creating a big space center, huge capital, One asteroid, game over. Simple. Everything is in shambles. So, and history is a witness that many aerospace projects went haywire even after huge investment and huge human capital. Now, when these things happen, both parties, whether party A or party B, they try to put fingers on each other. Human mentality. Party A say, so let me create a simplistic example. Party A, now here I am creating a simplistic example, Party A. Party A wanted to create a space center. They have the capital. They have the human power, some on their payrolls and some which they hired external consultants. And Party B is the leading uh, consulting company in the aerospace business. Both enter into an agreement and they say, let's go ahead. Good job. Suppose the cost of making this aero center is $10 billion, which is around 7,50,000 crores. And by the way, 10 billion is a small amount I quoted, because once you make such projects in space, it is way beyond. 10 billion is nothing, it's just a penny. Now, the companies, those who are giving the consulting, Party B, they are not as strong as Party A. Had it been Party B made their own space center, common sense. So, act of God is always here. So what would the whole space center is ready? One asteroid which was not forecasted, assuming by NASA, assuming they have taken the service of NASA, and NASA saying, as per our forecast, we don't see any asteroid, at least till the time you are going to complete this project. But act of God, all of a sudden there is an asteroid beyond imagination, and that asteroid is going to be hitting that aerospace, and the aerospace center is ready. $10+ billion invested, the relevant expert people, they are on the board in the space. Now everyone is on the toes. What's up? And suppose that asteroid crashed to that aerospace center, and what? Project in shambles, all mess on the cards. Now both parties started pointing fingers on each other. Party A is more powerful because they hold huge capital, while Party B is also powerful in knowledge wise, but money wise they are not very powerful. Of course, in such big projects like aerospace, renewable projects, dams, construction, the tallest building of the globe, underground research labs, and all these complicated projects, there are arbitration clauses because anything can happen. But the arbitration acts worldwide, they give a privilege of something which is known as third party funding, alternatively known as litigation financing. Now, which means that Party B can create a special purpose vehicle. Oops. Party B is creating a special purpose vehicle. Now, how come the special purpose vehicle coming into the picture? Let's take a pause here. Now, I'm taking a simplistic example. This is a hypothetical example. Please don't treat this like both the names which I'm quoting, they are actually into this business. It's a hypothetical example to make this video more meaningful. Suppose the two largest private equity players of the globe, BlackRock and Blackstone. I don't think any introduction is required. They heard about this project that Party A is making an aerospace. They don't need capital, so they don't need our service. Party B, who is a leading consultant in the aerospace business, they are making. Blackstone and BlackRock did their own due diligence and they got to know that the probability of getting success is extremely high, rather too high. Very good, super. Now what they did is they contacted Party B. And suppose Party B project head is Mr. Martin, simplistically. Mr. Martin said, since this is a big project, And God forbid if it went wrong, we need to litigate this. And three important things: seat of arbitration is New York, which means expensive. Venue of arbitration is New York, which means expensive, of course. Third is it can also have anti-suit injections. So it having both injections and anti-suit injections. Now I'm not repeating injections and anti-suit injections. You can refer our earlier video. Here I explain. All three have lots of complications and cost involved. Like I said, party B is financially okay, but not at par what party A is. Mr. Martin decided to create a special purpose vehicle with Blackstone and BlackRock and said, note very carefully, note very carefully. Like I said, I'm taking a pause here. Arbitration is just like a liability, and liabilities across the globe, whether this is Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, Accenture, any other company, is of four types. Number one, when you know the period and you know the payout. When you know the period, you don't know the payout. When you don't know the period, but you know the payout. And when you know both, when you do not know both. Now in this case, you know the period, but you don't know the payout, because party A is having maintenance clause till 5 years of completion, and assuming the completion is 2021 end, and 5 years means 2026 end. So you know the period that within this 5-year period, starting from 2021 till 2026, God forbid anything happen, we are subject to have an arbitration or maybe a legal dispute or maybe both. You know the period, but amount you do not know. Because this is a complicated project, you don't know anything can happen, things are beyond imagination. So Mr. Martin, who is the project manager of company B, talked with BlackRock and Blackstone and saying, let's create a special purpose vehicle, which is off balance sheet. I repeat, off balance sheet. God forbid, if there is some mess happen within from 21 end to 26 end, which means a 5-year period, then you would be financing us $200 million, because we would be litigating this in New York, or probably with best lawyers. So we need at least $200 million. Now there are 4 types of third party financing, and maybe in the later videos I would be explaining this. Now the first type of third party financing is when you are making a special purpose vehicle which is off balance sheet. Now very simplistically it can be referred as a contingent consideration. Very simplistically we can say. Secondly, when you are taking a bank facility, I'm sorry, but globally many arbitration acts, including Indian Arbitration and Reconciliation 1996, they are almost silent on this bank funding knowledge. Third is the trade finance instruments like DPLC, SPLC, SPG, BG, subordinate bonds. And number 4 is a revolving credit. Now I'm not explaining all these 4, maybe in the later stages I would be explaining all these 4. So Mr. Martin, who is the head of company B, basically the consulting company, having 4 options. SPV, your trade finance instrument like SPLC, BG, SPG, subordinate bonds and all. Revolving credit line, and very importantly, number 4, bank instruments. Now the choice is Mr. Martin needs to mention this explicitly, note, explicitly in the contract. And that too upfront. Please note upfront. There is an ambiguity which I found in the arbitration clauses worldwide that, and I'm sorry, I tend to disregard this outrightly, which is third party financing can be taken at the time of the arbitration. Excuse me. Third party financing should be mentioned explicitly in the contract. If it is taken at the time of any dispute, then this is a violation of the contract. Because party A, who is making this aerospace project, is not aware that Blackstone and BlackRock are in the picture. And all of a sudden, they get a bump, nuclear bump, that the two largest private equity players are in the picture. So it has to be mentioned explicitly in the contract. And if any party violates that, then you cannot have third party financing until otherwise both party post facto, I repeat, post facto, agreed to introduce third party financing into the picture. And if either of the party disregard, then the only issue is the judicial route. You need to approach the court, maybe you need to approach the foreign arbitration, maybe you need to approach any consortium to add this in your contract, which is post facto. Litigation financing is one of the most important concepts in the arbitration. Unfortunately, Indian Arbitration and Conciliation 1996 is almost silent on that. But I have a case which I got from the Google. I have shared a copy of that on our media desk. You can refer. This article is dated in 2019, which means 2 years ago. HCC, Hindustan Construction Company, who is a EPC, Engineering Procurement and Construction Company in India, they led by a consortium of investors, BlackRock Inc. Under this, HCC will monetize the pool of the arbitration awards and claims in exchange for an upfront cash payment, which means that there are various disputes which must be going on at that point of time. And HCC entered into an agreement with BlackRock that if we go to winning it, we would be paying you 50% of that. And you pay us this amount upfront. Now, there are many issues which we have. I would like to explain this issue. Number 1. It is often said on the Google and unfortunately many books without quoting the name that it is a non-recourse funding. Now, what the hell is non-recourse? Non-recourse means, in our case, BlackRock and Blackstone would be funding $200 million to company B, and if company B lose the litigation, then whole $200 million is zero. This is non-recourse, which means the financial backing of BlackRock and Blackstone is zero. Alternatively, it is recourse. Yes. Non-recourse funding is only in the books. If it would be great if you refer this as a theory concept. It is recourse, like how? Blackstone and BlackRock, the two leading private equity players, they say to the party B, Mr. Martin, head of project, said, guys, we give you 200 million. Of course, if you win, suppose, God forbid, if there is a dispute and you win, you pay us the 80% of the award. Else, I'm going to be taking 10% stake in the company. Or probably They can have any explicit condition, not my word, explicit condition. There is a difference between explicit condition and implicit condition. Now let me explain this. Of course, in the later videos, we would explain this in detail, but explicit condition in third party financing means you will give A, B, C, D, E. F, no. G, no. You will explicitly mention that this is how it's going to be in writing. You put your sign. Implicit means diplomatic language, double meaning language. Of course, implicit definitions are always subject to judicial issues. It is led to more stress for both the parties. So in case of third party financing, which is also known as litigation financing, the private equity players love to have explicit conditions. But sometimes, due to the absence of knowledge, lack of subject matter expertise, the private equity player go with implicit condition also, and here they kill their own game or their own grounds. So to conclude this video, remember that when you are handling a big project like hydropower project, aerospace projects, the huge renewable factories, the huge electric vehicle projects, and all such projects where a huge capital, man, I would say the human power, the government interference, and always act of God is always possible. Always have a clause of third party financing. Remember guys, third party financing is applicable to the person who gives the consulting, because the person who is investing the money, he's already rich. He don't need any money. So in our example, there's somebody who is making the aerospace project, investing $10 billion. For him, 200 million, 300 million legal issue is nothing, small. It's just 2 to 3% of the capital, nothing. So, but the company who gives the service, they make 200, 300 billion as their fees after the whole project is done. And what would if there is a litigation and the whole fees went into the litigation? So, third party financing is required for them. Number two, like I said, third party financing is of four types. Number one, you can create SPV. Number two, you can have bank instruments. Number three, you can have cash. Number four, you can have trade finance instrument like SPLC, DPLC, BG and all. Number five, you can issue the subordinate bonds. Holistic understanding, pros and cons of all these are required before signing the contract. Please don't be idiotic that, oh my God, I got the contract, I'm going to be signing it, go to hell the arbitration. Come on guys. If this would end up as a mess, then you are also in a mess. Have arbitration and make it more holistic, please. Very importantly, always make sure that the third party financing, also known as litigation financing, is backed up by the people having strong muscles. No, not like this, money muscle. They can back you up. God forbid in our case, like company A, company B, and what would if there is a litigation, company B backed up by any private equity player and they say, oh my God, we are not interested. Then company B is gone. Number four, and very important thing, forget non-recourse funding. It is only in the books. Better we call this as a theory concept. It is recourse funding. And when I say recourse, I mean to say the party, it means the private equity players. Like in our case, we took an example of BlackRock and Blackstone. They have to mention either explicitly or implicitly. By explicitly means clear, by implicitly means diplomatic. Last but not the least, and very important, accounting of litigation financing. Accounting of litigation financing is completely different, and unfortunately no one talks about that, but we'll talk when the time comes. This is about the video on the third party financing. Unfortunately, Indian Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 is almost ambiguous on litigation financing. Although we are having various cases like this case of Hindustan Construction Company and many other cases where litigation financing is done, but unfortunately, the complete case is nowhere in the public. So difficult to tell. Apart from that, one thing which is ambiguous in case of litigation financing is the judicial interference. Please be very clear. Once you are signing a contract, make sure that the seat of arbitration, the venue of arbitration, injunction or anti-injunction clauses needs to be reviewed carefully. These are the three important things which can create a mess or resolve a mess for you in any case arbitration happen. Because third party financing is nothing but funding of that arbitration. Of course, it is an evolving subject, and probably in another couple of years, you will see this concept would be very huge. This is Rahul Magan from Treasury Consulting Group. We love to present these videos to you, and I'm telling you that the most important thing in the law is always the functional competitiveness. And unfortunately, I really saw the functional competitiveness in the legal professionals. They are very good in if, has been, have been, this been, not been. But in terms of functional competent, it is really difficult. I know that like our all videos, it offended many people. To people, those who are offended, my number 91 plus 91 9899 242 978. More such videos on the cards. Have a great time ahead, sir. Thank you. This is the video which is dedicated to the Treasury Consulting Group. And to be very honest, we are keeping this video now onwards at the end of every YouTube video. And all the courses by Sheetal Academy and Treasury Consulting Group. There are many questions people generally raised about treasury consulting, the products, the services, and we reply these questions on WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and variety of forums. But the quantity of questions, the queries are continuously increasing. Henceforth, we decided to make a video. Of course, this is not the only video which we are making. Rather, over the period of the time, we would continue to upgrade this video, to be precise. First of all, Treasury Consulting Group is a multinational headquartered group. We are based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. As we speak, company is around 5 years plus old, and more importantly, we are 100% cash rich company. Unlike the so-called unicorns, without quoting the name, and even if I quote the name, it's a fact that they never touch the profit. The company is in profits from inception. So since inception, the company is in profit. So we are a 100% cash rich group, 0% venture capitalist, and 0% debt. More importantly, our legal entities invest our free cash with mutual funds and international banks across the globe. We are a client to almost top 10 mutual funds in India, and that is the reason we do have holistic information about the mutual fund industry in India. That's a separate thing, that majority of the information never comes in public domain. Even if a fraction of the information comes in public domain, this fraction of information come for one day, and then you know how it happens. So as we speak, we do have three legal entities: India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. More importantly, we are a cash rich group, and we are having 0%, which means not a single cent invested by any venture capitalist or private equity firm. The company has not taken debt from any bank, financial institution, or hedge fund. So we are a zero debt company. That is something which we need to understand very holistically. The following are the products and services we do have about treasury consulting. The more detail is coming at the with the as the video progress. We have our own proprietary hedge fund. Many people in the world do not understand the meaning of proprietary. The proprietary means no party outside treasury consulting can invest in our hedge fund, which means that we trade with our own money. We are not accepting anybody's money. Even if you give us any amount of money, any proposal on the table, it is completely rejectable. So proprietary is a word which is often used in United States and Europe, but unfortunately this is least used in India. The proprietary means people trade their own money. They do not trade somebody's money. Even if tomorrow, after listening this video, you come to us and say that I give you $1 million to trade my money, I will say thank you very much. We are literally not interested. We hold our own proprietary fund, and that fund would continue to be proprietary, which means that the outside participation would continue to be zero forever. This fund includes the equities desk, the commodities desk. We have our virtual comics platform. More importantly, we have our OTT Academy. OTT stands at over the top, just like we are having Amazon Prime, we are having Netflix, Disney. There are so many, OTT platform we have worldwide. Our OTT platforms is not as big because they started 6 months ago, but thankfully we are having handful of customers and they are growing. In our OTT platform, we are creating video and uploading at the back end of our platform. People with authorized login ID and password can see these videos. Apart from that, no one else is authorized to see these videos. As the video progresses, you will get to know that as we are having around 13 plus, which is 13 plus different series as far as the OTT platform is concerned. As we speak, August 2021, it is 13 plus, and we are continuously adding more series. Our idea is very clear. We will reach to 35 or probably 40 series in another 1.5 years of time. We are having our learning arm, which is Sheetal Academy. The details of the Sheetal Academy is given at the end of the video. We have our own family office desk. Rather, very soon, our hedge fund would be a part of our family office. We have our own pension fund desk in terms of consulting. And there are 62 plus different platforms which are listed on our fixed income platform, which is www.fixedincome.global. So as we speak, we have our proprietary hedge fund, we have our equities desk, we have our commodities desk, we have our virtual comics platform, our OTT Academy, our penny stock desk, Sheetal Academy, family office, pension fund, and variety of such platforms. TRFX Academy, which is our OTT platform, over the top platform. This platform is having 13 plus series. Now few I mentioned, basic series, moderate series, advanced series, valuation series, treasury series, wealth management platform. Wealth management platform is actually integrated with TRFX Academy and would continue to be integrated because of course we would be investing heavily in the wealth management platform. When we speak about wealth management platform, we speak about the learnings. We are not talking about the trading. There is a difference. It's a training platform. Remember this. We have 13 plus different series, like few are basic series, moderate series, valuation series, advanced series, treasury series, research and analysis series, and we have variety of such series. So please do remember that. As we speak, we have around 180 plus videos live. Every week we shot 10 videos. So every month we are adding around 40 to 50 videos, and we keep adding more and more videos as the time would come. The target is very clear that we would be having more than 2000 plus videos probably in another 2 years of time, which means a dedicated private platform for learnings. So, what is the wealth management platform? A wealth management platform is designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. The asset classes includes the fixed income, currencies, commodities, credit derivatives, structured derivatives, and many more. So I repeat, a wealth management platform is designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. Wealth management platform is also designed to cover continent-wise topic. Continents are United States, Europe, AXI, Asia excluding India. We have excluded India because the financial markets in India are very shallow. Very shallow. Like if you speak MTN, medium term notes, if you speak about any exotic derivatives, nowhere people are taking this. In fact, you know that I worked as a corporate registrar. Even today, 99% of the treasury function in India are working as a cost center. Hardly 1% are working as a profit center. Hardly 1%, to be honest. So the continent wise include United States, Asia excluding India, Asia excluding Japan, India and Japan, global financial centers like Singapore, Dubai, Hong Kong, Luxembourg, Switzerland, and respective, and of course Latin America. We are creating a wealth management platform which would be covering everything. Example, CDS, credit derivatives. India is not a market of credit derivatives. Reserve Bank of India on paper allowing credit derivatives, but neither we have buyer nor we have sellers of credit derivative. So on paper you have credit derivative, but practically you don't have the credit derivative in place. Henceforth, we really need to understand that if we wanted to talk about credit derivative, the only markets are US, Europe or Singapore. India was not a market, is not a market, and would continue to be, because we are doing nothing substantial to create a credit derivative market in India. That's the reason even after a lot of frauds which are happening, banks are just writing off the money from their books. Simply writing off the money from their books. Had it been the credit derivative, banks would be able to get their money back. But once again, if you talk about this issue, people don't understand because they are not interested to have this. Anyways, a wealth management platform designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. And very soon, this wealth management platform would link with our fixed income platform, which is www.fixedincome.global. And of course, we would be adding crypto as well. That is most important. We are planning around 1000 plus wealth management videos by December 2022, which would be covering continents like United States, Europe, Japanese market, Asian markets, global financial centers, Latin America, the tax havens like Bermuda, BVI, Caribbean and respective, and structured finance, my favorite. 1000 plus videos would be covering almost everything as far as the wealth management is concerned. We would be covering a very simplistic and the plain vanilla topic. At the same time, we would be covering the exotic topic also. So basically our wealth management platform is for the people those who are having zero knowledge, and it is also for the people those who are having advanced knowledge. Please understand that. It is not designed for the people those who only have basic knowledge or the people who wanted to have exotic knowledge. People with the basic, moderate or advanced, they all can participate. This is our TRFX Academy, a screenshot taken from our fixed income platform. This TRFX Academy is our OTT platform, which is over the top platform. And in this TRFX Academy, we are of course interlinking the wealth management platform also. I promise you, probably in another 1 to 2 years of time, we would be adding a lot of content in our wealth management platform and of course our TRFX Academy. Only people with the login ID and the password can enter into this platform. And of course, on a weekly basis, we are trying to have at least, we are trying to have at least uh, around 10 plus videos so that we would be able to reach to the target as far as the December 2022 is concerned. And we are committed to it, sir, to be honest. Treasury Consulting Group having own learnings platform, which is known as Sheetal Academy. As we speak, Sheetal Academy is covering around 13 plus schools. Few are mentioned here. The World of Options, Option Worlds, School of Nifty and Bank Nifty, School of Investment Banking, School of Venture Capitalist and Private Equity, School of Commodities, School of Accounting, School of Foreign Exchange, School of Treasury and Risk Management, School of Forensics, and more schools are coming. Before I change the slide, the purpose of Sheetal Academy is to create a learning platform which link with Thomson Reuters and Bloomberg. We know that we have many learning academies worldwide, and I challenge all learning academy how many of them are actually linked with Reuters and Bloomberg. I often share Reuters and Bloomberg screenshots on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Twitter. Hardly I see, in fact, limited people in the world are sharing the Reuters and the Bloomberg platform screenshots, because the question is it requires a very deep and dense knowledge. Once you are sharing the screenshots, people generally ask questions from you, and you should have a knowledge to reply. That is more important thing. Very soon we have more schools coming. So as we speak, we are having Option World, Nifty, Bank Nifty, School of Investment Banking, School of Venture Capitalist and Private Equity, School of Commodities, School of Accounting, School of Foreign Exchange, School of Treasury and Risk Management, School of Forensics. The other schools are School of Trade Finance, School of Regulatory, School of Treasury Technologies, Functional Training, we have functional trainings, forensic trainings, information technology trainings, regulatory trainings, and technological trainings. As we speak, around 200 plus trainings are listed. More trainings are coming over the period of the time. All these trainings and everything are integrated with our fixed income platform. You visit our fixed income platform and you would be able to get all trainings and all information here. Apart from that, we provided you the WhatsApp number. You just WhatsApp if you have any query, and in most of the cases we reply if we feel that the query is genuine. So the Sheetal Academy is a platform whose job is to provide practical and industry oriented knowledge. Of course, we link with Thomson Reuters, Bloomberg TV, and many international magazines, international books, and so on and so forth to provide you as practical training. You visit our YouTube channel. In fact, the video you just listened, you can compare this video with any other YouTube channel and rest you know. Apart from that, we just launched our TCG Video World. What is that? We have people, those who working day night in their respective jobs. Some are engineers, some are finance people and all. They don't have time to attend the regular one-to-one trainings. I agree that they need video trainings, like the content shot in the video delivered to them, and as and when they get time, they listen to it. We launched our TCG Video World, Treasury Consulting Group Video World. In this video world, we have decided to have 100 plus topics, 5 already done as we speak. As we speak, 5 video trainings are live, pay and get. The only time need is the time to upload on Telegram groups. Every training at least 1 hour or 2 hours. It is a video training, so it is not a one-to-one training. Videos are recorded, you get the videos, recorded videos. Videos to be upload in the Telegram groups, because Telegram gives you the privilege to upload 2 GB of video. Whenever we feel that the video length is big, we request people to share their Gmail IDs. They can create their fresh Gmail ID and we upload the video in their Gmail ID. Which so that because Telegram as we speak is giving a privilege of only 10 GB, 2 GB. This TCG video world's covering advanced trainings, moderate trainings, and basic trainings. So basic trainings, advanced trainings, moderate trainings. Please note my next word carefully. All basic trainings would be 2000, which means you choose any topic of basic you get at 2000. Moderate and advanced training pricing depend upon content to content. So I repeat, TCG Video World is a platform when you have 100 plus topic, 5 already live, 2 hours video training. It's a video training to be uploaded in the Telegram group. If we need more space, we request for Gmail ID. Advanced trainings, moderate trainings, and basic trainings. Please do remember this. And this is live. This platform is well integrated with our fixed income platform, www.fixedincome.global. So this is well integrated with our fixed income platform. This is a glimpse of our hedge fund desk. Like I made myself very clear upfrontly that no third party in the whole world can enter in this platform, which means that we do not trade somebody's money. We only trade our own money. So no third party can enter in our platform. This is only for ours. But this platform covers equity desk. This platform covers scalping group. This platform covers commodities desk, comics platform, penny stock desk, silver scalping fund, which we just started, and more importantly the Asian desk where we're covering Singapore and all, and the digital gold. More product we would be launching in this hedge fund, but I will again repeat, no third party except Treasury Consulting can enter in this fund. This is not for outsiders. This is our prop hedge fund, which is completely designed for the organization, by the organization. No third party is allowed. And we are very limited companies in the world, those who are running the profitable hedge fund. Our income and everything is really good, but we do not trade somebody's money. These are our credentials. You know my handheld number 9899242978. These are our WhatsApp numbers, our platform www.fixedincome.global, email ID rahul.magan@treasuryconsulting.in or info@treasuryconsulting.in. I assure you, probably in another 1 year of time, we would have more than 100 plus different platforms across the globe. Company would continue to be cash rich. We never allow any venture capitalist to enter in our company because we know the side effects of that, and we continue to add lots of products and services. In case you wish to have any information, these are all the credentials. Thank you guys and have a great time ahead.